The crazy thing about that is, most of you probably understand, banks run what's called fractional reserve books. The large banks keep about 12 cents in cash for every dollar of demand deposits, and the smaller banks keep 8 cents in cash. Very obvious how unstable that will be when you get crypto depositors that can be withdrawn in the span of minutes, and those bank runs would be faster than Silicon Valley Bank if we had traditional banks issuing stablecoins. So the good news is that
you, I think, understand better than most the intersection of Bitcoin, stablecoins, the traditional banking system, and institutional investors. And when we first met, you were all over it. You said, look, this is a lot of my background, this is a lot of my personal interest, like this is an intersection point that's gonna be very important. You started a company to go after this. And pretty much the Federal Reserve and banking system has done everything they possibly can to stop you.
yes,
Tell us what happened.
tried to kill us multiple times.
Okay, tell us what happened.
Well, the history is, so we're 7 years in now to creating a special purpose depository institution charter and a legal and regulatory regime in Wyoming. Wyoming was the first state, which is where I grew up. I was in New York for 30 years. But Wyoming was the first state to define digital assets as property and to create the commercial law regime for digital assets. And the rest of the country, about half of the states have subsequently followed. So Wyoming did some really important things for this in the United States. And was working with the Fed at the time. They were meeting every week. And the first group to apply for this special purpose depository institution charter was Kraken. I was trying to bring a whole bunch, this is a passion project for me, I was trying to bring a bunch of people to Wyoming to get this going. And then the Wyoming Division of Banking said, there were 150 different groups who tried, and none of them would have gotten through the Fed. So I thought, well, I was managing director on Wall Street for many years. I can kind of shepherd it through and try to solve the debanking problem that we knew this industry has gone through many times. And frankly, part of the difference between Coinbase and others, if you go back to 12 years ago, was the first debanking cycle in crypto. Coinbase survived because when they lost their Silicon Valley Bank account, they were able to get a Cross River account spot because of the Andreessen connection. Those sorts of things mattered to who won in this industry. And durable banking services is something that we still haven't solved, unfortunately. So long story short, it was friendly until FTX. And Sam, I will speak out very, very loudly against any attempt to pardon that man. That man